Fellow Amazonians, dear countrymen, despite the hike in targeted summary execution of our innocent people by Paul Biya's killer squads, I still believe we are now at the twilight of our political daybreak, emptying the combined worth and wealth of a lifetime fortune into the country of our collective dream.
A place we can surely call home.
At last, my people, the wind of total liberation is sweeping through Amazonia, our priceless inheritance.
The land of our forebears.
A place we can surely call home.
A few years ago, a vicious dictator declared war on our sovereign nation of Amazonia. It is a war we did not seek nor provoke, but are determined to muster every strength we can harness and continue sending the message to our enemy that we have risen to call home.
We have paid dues for everything. We pay tax for goods we buy. We pay fuel in our cars. We pay hospital bills and the dues for all other sacrifices.
I can give all I have for the one hope that I have.
Because I hate my theology. I'm actually proud of Amazonian.
Let's get it straight. The freedom of Amazonia will not depend on the free will of our enemies.
Independence will be but days away if we get it right with our CID.
My dear comrades, I am appealing to every Amazonian to register with the CID program.
We have no control over our distorted history, but with our CID, we can set the pace and determine the future of Amazonia.
Yes, the hope for the future is in our hands. As an Amazonian, my identity is conclusive. My right is guaranteed. My vote will always count as I pay my CID.
As an Amazonian, I will shape the future with my CID.
With your CID of just $10 per month, the interim government is contract to fulfill all that you wish to be done.
Let us build the freedom mansion from the little block, which is our CID levy.
There will be food for everyone, hope for every child, justice for every citizen when we pay our CID levy.
Yes, the dream we can realize. With my compulsory independence dues, CID, I have the opportunity to give to the next generation a greater nation, better than we inherited.
Yes, CID program is freedom made easy, freedom made cheap, freedom for Amazonia now.
and do what you want, then hurry, hurry, come. my mother. My mother. You must see my mother. My mother. Come and see my mother. Hey. My mother. You must see my mother. My mother.
Mama said, "Hey, Mama never saw me like a woman. I think I'm going to come and come for my dad. Hey."
Seseko and Mrs. Engineer Bissong Senior Charles Stato of Houston. Never ne can let them do back. Oh no, Madame Angela.
fellow Ambazonians, it's a privilege to come to you today. After a while, I want to welcome all of you who are joining in from Ground Zero. Ground Zero is, of course, the Federal Republic of Ambazonia, the territory formerly known as the British Southern Cameroons. Welcome to ABC Amba Television Anchorman live. And for all of you joining in from Europe, I want to thank you for joining, and of course those of you in Canada, in the UK, in all of Africa, South America, and the continental USA. Thank you for tuning in once more. Good evening. So much to talk about today, so much going on in the struggle for the restoration of independence, the independence of Ambazonia. As you join, for those of you joining by way of the social media, please go ahead, hit your share button, I got a very, very exciting broadcast to bring to you today. Hit your share button for those of you joining by way of Facebook. Hit your share button and let the numbers jump, ladies and gentlemen. Let the numbers jump. And while you do that, I'd like you to take a few minutes, watch, listen to what is going on, what is in the news in Ambazonia, what our restoration fighters are doing out there.
Now my 18 junction this boy. All motor they stand by. Akumba motor than this so. My 18 junction the no motor ni go munya. All then my 18 now so so. My 18 this so. Just see the level now. I said all red. You're red, same military and SF. The alcohol breaks.
This is what we are fighting for, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we are fighting. This is one of the reasons for which we are in this war. What you watch on your screen is Akum, right somewhere around Santa. That is what has become of the Bamenda Bafusam Ombunda Road. That is how you get to their regional, one of their regional headquarters. And of course, this can only be found in the southern Cameroons in Ambazonia. That is why we are in this war today. We're going to talk about this and so many other things that are taking place. Today was Ghost Town in all of Ambazonia. And we are beginning to see many towns and cities that we thought were giving up, rising once more back to work. We've seen it in Kumba. I think I actually have some photos coming from Kumba. This was Ghost Town, ladies and gentlemen. Ghost Town today in Kumba. These are the streets of Kumba. Kumba today, Monday, May the 17th. The streets were empty, not even a chicken. not even a chicken seen on the streets of Cape Town. Today, I watched images from Boya. Boya was close to this. I don't know about Victoria, but of course, we know about Boya, we know about Kumba. This is Kumba you find on your screen. So ladies and gentlemen, we are taking back, I have titled this show today, Fire Power. Fire Power back on ground zero. Many of you demanded fire power. I guess nobody that I know, not even our black legs, not even the black legs, not even the traitors, even the enemy in La Republique du Cameroon knows there is fire power on ground zero. Ambazonia is finally releasing fire power. Even black legs, as they call themselves, like my country people, the mouth is locked. I don't know what happened to the APOMs of the world. They are nowhere to be found. And all those so-called activists, black legs of this revolution, they are nowhere to be found while we keep on moving on. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody give a thumbs up out there. A thumbs up out there for all the restoration fighters of Ambazonia. In Fako, in Meme, in Ngoke Tunja, in Bui, in the BLM, give them thumbs up. In Manfe, I cannot forget Manu. Ladies and gentlemen, they are doing an awesome job out there. For those of you who ask for fire power, we are seeing fire power on the ground. I was talking to Bishop John Igiawan the other day, and he said, you know what? This is called fire power. But Armageddon is coming. Armageddon is coming. And La Republique du Cameroon called for this war. La Republique du Cameroon called for this war. They haven't seen anything yet. From rubber guns to den guns to AK-47s to RPGs. That is where we are now. And they are also talking about bombs. Yes, we got bombs. And they are coming after you. We will not spare any of you or spare any institution out there in La Republique du Cameroon. You ask for war, we are bringing war to you. No laying down of arms, no ceasefire until our country is back, restored to all of us. So ladies and gentlemen, the die is cast. And La Republique du Cameroon is lamenting they are infiltrated. Who is infiltrating them? They are setting out boys' cars. We are beating them and taking over their arms. Will we take their arms and beat them with it? They haven't seen anything yet. So ladies and gentlemen, hit your share button, those of you joining by way of social media. This is going to be very, very exciting today. This is what I'm going to do today. I got my talking point, which form the basis for this broadcast of today. And then I will do some housekeeping before I get there. So much to talk about. So please, if you are just joining, go ahead. Hit your share button. Go ahead and hit your share button as I bring you this presentation. Let me start with the 2021 award draft. 2021 award draft. Ladies and gentlemen, there will be no excuse for anyone who is not drafting for his or her county. We are in the middle of this war, and we are not going to look back. We're not going to surrender. For us to continue to move forward, do the kind of things that we are now beginning to see on ground zero, we must put money down on the table in the hands of those who are prosecuting the war from the Defense Department. We must put money in the LGAs. Put money at the county level. put money into the hands of those boys carrying those guns, walking with such boldness on the streets of Munya, Boya, Kumba, Bamenda, Bui, Kumbo, confronting the soldiers of La Republique du Cameroon. And so, duty once more calls upon us, every Ambazonian, especially if you are in the diaspora, to get ready to drive. Get ready to drive. And I know of so many LGAs in counties that have already started drafting. Please, you know your LGA, you know your county. Look for their administrators, call them up, pay your draft or draft and begin to pay. Ladies and gentlemen, the only thing that will get La Republique du Cameroon to the negotiation table, is firepower on ground zero. Let me take a moment to say thank you to all the restoration fighters out there in Ambazonia. You are making all of us proud, every Ambazonian proud. I know there were some on ground zero who were beginning to give up, but I have received so many calls within yesterday and today. People are excited. There is excitement on ground zero. They wish that this continues, and maybe, who knows, it may shorten this war. The only way we will shorten this war is to fund those boys, put more ammunition, more RPGs into their hands. Just imagine if Bamenda can get at least 10 RPGs. That governor mansion will come down. Those barracks, police, gendarme barracks will come down. We need to annihilate them. Take them out of Ambazonia. They are occupying us illegally. Just imagine if they have those tools. Because they don't have to go to the vicinity to launch those things, ladies and gentlemen. They don't have to go to the vicinities. They need to stay away in safety, in security, kilometers away to launch those things against those colonial occupying officials. Let us put the money in their hands. If we put the money in their hands, progress is slow, but it surely comes. They will do what we want them to do. They will do what we want them to do. So please, it is very, very critical that you look for your county, look for your LGA, and begin to initiate your draft for 2021. Begin to initiate your draft for 2021. If we draft, we will see results. Again, if we draft, we will see results. Again, so many of you were asking, well, what has the draft done? Show me what you are doing with the draft. Ladies and gentlemen, for about 1 month continuously, we have seen the Ambazonia Restoration Forces release mayhem on French Cameroon soldiers in our territory. This has to continue, and they are now running away. French Cameroon soldiers are running away. Let me seize this opportunity to speak to all Ambazonian policemen and women and gendarmes who are still serving in the security force of La Republique du Cameroon. Listen to me very, very carefully. This is an appeal I want to bring to you. I'm asking you that to pick your bags and leave the French Cameroon security force. There is no reason why you want to sacrifice your life, sacrifice your family to fight for a losing army, a losing security force in La Republique du Cameroon. They have no reason to execute this war. They have no morale to execute this war, ladies and gentlemen. But the men and the women fighting for Ambazonia have every reason to prosecute the war, to fight this war, because they are fighting for their own homeland. If you are out there wearing the uniform of La Republique du Cameroon, who are you fighting for, and what are you fighting for? For the execution of your own people, for the deletion of your own country. I urge you, this is the moment. You don't want to die. You don't want to die for nothing that can be shown of tomorrow. If you are an Ambazonian policeman, a gendarme, a military guy in French Cameroon uniform, I am appealing to you. The moment has come for you to lay down, surrender, give up, leave the French Cameroon army, leave the French Cameroon police, leave the French Cameroon gendarme force, leave the French Cameroon marine. There is nothing for you to fight for. And I am not asking you to join the AROF, Ambazonian Restoration Forces. No, that's not what I'm asking you to do. We just want you to give up. You don't have to die for a war waged against your own people. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my appeal to you today. If you are an Ambazonian still in French Cameroon uniform, please, the moment has come for you to lay down your arms. Follow your people. Follow your people. We will get back our country tomorrow, and you will put back our uniform with honor, with respect on your body. But there is no reason for you right now to be fighting for French Cameroon, knowing what they are to us. Very, very critical there. So please, if your family member is in the police force of French Cameroon, if your family member is in the military force of French Cameroon, if your family member is in the gendarme force of French Cameroon, the moment has come for you to begin to appeal to their consciences. They are sending, let French Cameroon send the Betis to go die in Womb, go die in Bui, go die in Victoria, go die in Lebialem. No Ambazonian should go die in any of these places. Ladies and gentlemen, what would you be dying for? Dying to kill your own people? Let the Ewandos go die there. Let the Betis go die there. Let them send their own people so we can return them in body bags. That is what we want. Please do not put your life on the line for nothing. You will never be remembered for anything. Anybody fighting on the side of French Cameroon in this war will never be remembered for anything. But I can assure you, every hero out there fighting for Ambazonia, they shall be remembered. When it is all over, we will remember their families. We will remember their children. We will remember their wives. We will erect statues all over Ambazonia for those heroes. We shall erect museums to honor the work of these heroes. But if you die wearing the uniform of French Cameroon, nobody shall remember you. Once this is all said and done, pay your draft. Pay your draft. If you are an Ambazonian in the diaspora, pay your draft. Let's stand by our own and continue to support them and push this war to the expected end. Ladies and gentlemen, it is very, very critical in the coming days. I guess the schedule for the draft will be out, and I will bring it to you so you readily are aware of which country, which county is starting the draft first, and so on, so you can prepare and get ready for your county to draft. Let's do so. Let's do so. That is very, very important, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let me also move over to another subject. Now, what you find on your screen, ladies and gentlemen, are trucks. Some are military trucks belonging to the United Nations. Military trucks belonging to the United Nations. We have learned that the United Nations, this is the information. We have learned that this equipment, military equipment you find on your screen, the French Cameroon government said last week that they have bought this equipment to donate for peacekeeping in the Central African Republic. They have bought that equipment to donate for UN peacekeeping in the Central African Republic. But we have received information contrary to that. This is what we have learned here at the interim government. We have learned that French forces, and I mean France, French forces will be using these United Nations backed military trucks, military armored cars to take to Amazonia. They will carry with them, they will go with them experts who can detect improvised explosives. They will ride to the savannah zone, the mountain zone, or whatever you call it, in these UN military trucks with the French experts who will be there to train French Cameroon forces on how to detect improvised explosives. So that is the mission for these UN-marked armor cars that you find on your screen. Now I want to take a message. I'm sending a message to United Nations officials in La Republique du Cameroon and in New York. For 5 years now, we know the United Nations is not keeping any peace in Amazonia, has not announced to keep any peace in Amazonia. We know that there are United Nations humanitarian agencies in Amazonia, and we have cooperated with them from day one. This interim government has cooperated with them from day one, and we continue to cooperate with them. However, we will not cooperate. This interim government will not cooperate with any United Nations marked mission that is seen in any of these trucks anywhere in Amazonia without prior consultations with this interim government. If any of this United Nations armor is seen in Amazonia, we will take it out if they go there without consultation. Again, very, very critical, ladies and gentlemen, very, very critical. Any of this equipment that we find in Amazonia without the United Nations authorities consulting with the interim government, we will promise them they will not find security. We promise them they will not find security in Amazonia. We want the United Nations to have space to operate in Amazonia. But that must come with prior consultations with this interim government. We will not allow any United Nations armor to go down either to Bui, to Ngoketunjia, to Libialem, or anywhere without prior consultations with this interim government, because what you find on your screen, this little baby was killed in Mawoto. He was killed in Mawoto by French Cameroon soldiers. That is what they are going there to go and do. The United Nations, I hope they have no plans to go down to come over to Amazonia to train the French, to train French Cameroon army on how to detect IEDs. If you come to Amazonia without consulting with the interim government, we promise you we will take out those trucks. We will take out those trucks. This interim government, again, I can say this in a clearer. This interim government has been working with every single United Nations agency in Amazonia from the start of this war up to today. But if it is true that the United Nations is allowing La Republique du Cameroon to mark these trucks with their logo, to go down to Amazonia, to use French military experts to teach French Cameroon military how to detect IEDs, we are going to take them out. All right, that is very, very critical. I hope that they got the message. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I will now take you to my monologue, which is the subject of today's presentation. The subject of today's presentation. I would like you to take a moment, sit down there. Now, before I get to the monologue, I was forgetting, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to bring in Comrade Langme, who will be joining me from New York to give us updates on the situation in the Bui and Ngo Ketunjia with our fighters over there. Let me see. I can get Comrade Langme joining me from New York City for an update. I was also supposed to be joined by General Hanok, who is the spokesperson for Bui Warriors, to give us an update of what is happening in Tadu. But because of network problems, I cannot get him. So, but let's see if Comrade Langme, who is a spokesperson for the ANSC, can bring us some updates with what is happening in Tadu. We learned that so much happened in Tadu today. So, hello, Comrade Langme. Good to have you, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, Secretary Chris.
Good afternoon, sir. A lot has been going on. In Tadu. Now, Tadu is in Bui County. Am I correct?
That's right.
Okay. And Tadu was invaded yesterday by French Cameroon forces. Am I correct?
You are right, Secretary Chris.
Okay. Can you update us with what is going on there, please?
La Republique du Cameroon is bleeding. They are bleeding, and I want to send out this sound warning again to Dictator Biya that Ambazonia will never be pushed around by anyone. La Republique du Cameroon, in pretext to come and kill our people, they came in saying that they were looking for General No Pity. General No Pity is not in Bui County. General No Pity is not in Tadu. As I speak, La Republique du Cameroon came in more than 25 trucks, army trucks, and they have burned down more than 30 houses in 3 communities. They have killed more than 4 civilians. But the good news is the Ambazonia Restoration Forces of Bui County, the Bui Warrior, and a contingent of forces from all over Ambazonia who have converged in Bui are doing the job, and they are doing it very well. 2 French mercenaries who were working in collaboration with La Republique du Cameroon murderers, rapists, are down already. They are heading to hell as I speak. More than 20 La Republique terrorists have joined Ekema in hell, and the battle is on. The heat is on. I want to assure the people of Ambazonia, our able and capable restoration forces are up and doing. They want us to understand that they will fight La Republique du Cameroon till the last drop of their blood. It is time for all Ambazonians to believe in our freedom, to come on board to support our freedom. We cannot compromise our freedom because some people believe that Dictator Biya is our demigod. As it stands, we are not. The 2 cubes of sugar, Dictator Biya and some of his greedy and gluttonous enablers in Yaoundé thought we are. We are, in fact, what we call in pidgin, Simon Obisik. We will deal with La Republique. The moment is now. We have been waiting for this moment to come, and we need all Ambazonia to pray hard, to have faith, and to believe in our freedom. We must get this job done now and not tomorrow, not next week. We must all support our forces. The heat is on. I want to use this opportunity once more to tell La Republique du Cameroon, dictatorial regime, to respect the Geneva Convention on Warfare. For so long we have avoided going after their civilian, but they keep killing our civilian, keep burning homes of our civilian, keep raping our people. The time is now. We may turn the page. I'm sounding this warning again. Dictator does not have the monopoly of violence. We can do more than him, but we respect laws, we respect rules. We are not like the chaotic nation he has created in neighboring La Republique du Cameroon.
Now,
that is the situation in Bui County. Secretary Chris, La Republique is there invading our people, invading homes, looting from stores and killing people just like that. The elderly people who cannot run away for their dear life, that is the type of people La Republique soldiers are killing in Bui County right now as I speak.
Yeah, we saw a community in Bui actually burnt down. Where precisely was that? Was that in Tadu or a different community entirely?
Houses have been burned in Tadu, Vekovi, and Ombu villages. They came in believing that there was an old video made in 2019 by, I think General Nopiti was in that video. And that video was made somewhere. That was the day after the 1st of October celebration 2019. And that video has been secret. I don't know who uploaded that video on Facebook a few days back. La Republique thought that video is recent, and General Nopiti was in that location, and they used that video as a guiding ground for them to go and invade that locality, aided by some enablers, whom as I speak right now, 2 of them are in our custody.
Oh, 2 of the enablers, are these the Fulanis that I learned about?
That's right.
And these Fulanis, are they Ambazonians?
The investigation is on. I'm not going to reveal anything further than that at this moment, because they are about to reveal more information to us. They are about to reveal some of the hidden agenda of La Republique to us. So for security reasons, I am not going to go further than this.
Now, to be sure, these are civilians, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, tell me about any death toll on our side.
On our side, we have 4 civilian elderly people that were killed. They could not run for their dear life. La Republique du Cameroon decided to kill them just because they are barbaric criminals.
And on the side of the French Cameroon military, I learned that quite a number of them were sent to hell. What do you know?
Yes, 2 were sent to hell yesterday. As I speak, more than 18 of them were killed this morning. There's a blast. Our forces targeted them, and that target was on point. The
14 were killed this morning.
Yes.
Now, where precisely did that happen?
That is somewhere in Tadu.
Okay.
They were coming in a convoy of about 8 trucks. I think 4 or 5 of those trucks were deleted, were destroyed beyond recognition, and every person in that truck is now rejoicing with Ekema in hell.
So that happened today?
Yes, sir. Early 4 a.m. Amber time.
Now, I saw some arms, ammunition displayed by some of our boys, including an RPG. Was that a fresh cache or something they caught earlier?
Say that again, sir. You are breaking up.
I saw a cache of weapons displayed on the social media by our fighters. I'm asking whether was this a fresh cache or something, or all images?
Oh, we have been seizing weapons from these ill-trained La Republique du Cameroon terrorists almost every day in all the LGAs. It's just that, unfortunately, we have instructed our fighters not to fight this battle on social media. However, if you see any weapons on social media, Rest assured, these are confiscated weapons from these ill-trained soldiers, and of course, it is something recent.
Now, you are our security, you are our spokesperson for the military. I want to believe that, and I believe also that every Ambazonian want to make that they are taking proper security measures to inspect those weapons they seize, they confiscate from the Cameroon military before deploying them.
We are not going to review that here. We know they have GPS system in some of their weapons, but rest assured that is also going to give us an edge to draw them closer to us. I'm not going to explain further on this, but we are taking all the necessary steps to make sure we stay on top of the game.
We have also seen a step up of our offensive on French Cameroon, in Kumba, in Boya, in Manu. This is just becoming the order of the day. Do you see this continuing? Do you see this going on and in different counties where not much has been seen?
All what you have seen so far up to this point is just a test of what awaits La Republique du Cameroon in all the 61 LGAs. Let me repeat myself on this. All what you have seen in Kumba, Muya, Ngokutunja, Bui, and elsewhere, Ndongamantu, and elsewhere in Amazonia, we are just testing. This is the testing phase. In the days, weeks, and months ahead, the story is going to be different. Action will speak louder than words. I am not going to go further than this. But rest assured, Amazonia has risen never to fall again. Take my word and write it down somewhere. You can bet on my word.
What do you know of the planted improvised devices in the Kumba market?
That is a way of La Republique du Cameroon criminals who haven't been paid for months to siphon at least some money from these greedy politicians, greedy leaders, greedy dictators in Yaoundé. These people, Dictator Biya and his clique, they send children of other people to go and die in Amazonia. These fighters goes months without salary, without their wages. So they have to come up with a way to tell Dictator Biya that they are working. We talk to some of them. Those who are even from the Bulu clan, they tell us they are tired. They are tired. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to escape. And they use every method to siphon, to swindle money from these greedy politicians who send them to the field and yet cannot pay them adequately. So they've staged incident like that, the one that just happened in Kumba. They staged incident of killing civilians and putting 10 guns on their body. They seize opportunity like what they did in Oko, so that at least some of these demonic criminals in Yaoundé, in the name of Katanganji or at Mr. Voices in the bushes, to at least get some money from their hands, because they know very well. They know these guys are demoralized because they are fighting the wrong battle. They are doing the wrong thing to humanity. They are doing the wrong thing to the people of Amazonia. We have an inalienable right to fight for our freedom, and if they continue to come to Amazonia, we will kill them. The only way out for them is to surrender. We have asked them, surrender to us to save your life. Anything less than that, we would send you to hell. We are not mincing words here. They are not paid. They stage all this to convince Biya they are fighting. They are not fighting. To prove to you, Biya said this war was going to be 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Question to Amazonia. Question to Dictator Biya. For more than 5 years, for over 4 years now, getting to 5 years, is Dictator Biya winning the war or Amazonians are winning? They pretend they had a trained army. They don't have any trained army. They have people who go around drinking and having free sex, raping women around. They are not fighters. True fighters protect civilians. True fighters respect the Geneva Convention on Warfare. La Republique du Cameroon government is a syndicate of thieves, of criminals. It's crime syndicate. Dictator Bia's regime is a crime syndicate. Starting from him, his ministers, his fighters on ground, everyone goes by this saying that La chèvre bouffe là il est attaché. All of these people, from Bia all the way to the Dios or the SDO or whatever name they call them, they are all creating situation to get money from either the civilian or the useless government who never account for anything. They never account for the national budget. They never account for any budget that goes to any of their department. Everything is just like that. They steal money from the people. They steal money all over the place. La chèvre bouffe là il est attaché. Nous sommes champions. Nous sommes le pays le plus corrompu du monde. Il n'y a pas la route. Il n'y a pas l'eau. Il n'y a pas l'électricité. Il n'y a rien carrément. Mais le pays s'avance. La démocratie avancée. La démocratie des jeunes. That is the story we hear from these losers.
Now,
that's the story we hear every day from these losers. Amazonia, let me tell you, I don't want to raise my tension here, my temper here, but we need to rise up to get out of this mess.
Absolutely. Now, I am learning that some French Cameroon soldiers are beginning to desert, lay down their arms, run with their lives. They don't want to die for nothing. I have heard this happening in, I think, in Faco. What are you hearing?
That is true. Most of them have deserted that useless army. They are deserting. The only problem is that they have black legs among them. That's what they told us. Those from Bululand and Betiland, they are trying to desert. The problem is they have black leg among them, and most of them have been killed by themselves because they were trying to desert that useless army.
Wonderful. Now, I don't know whether you listen to me make this case about the United Nations. You are aware that last week the French Cameroon government introduced some military armor mag with the logo of the United Nations, and they have said they are donating it to Central African Republic for UN peacekeeping mission. But we have also received intelligence that they will send some of these trucks to Ambazonia, and Ngo Ketunjia is one of the places marked out. They want to send these UN trucks to Ngo Ketunjia with French military experts to train Cameroon military on how to detect IEDs. Have you heard anything about this?
You are aware of the fact that the French soldiers haven't won any war anywhere in the world. That is a fact. It's not fiction. They haven't won the war in Central African Republic. That is a fact and not fiction. They didn't win the war in South America. That is a fact, not fiction. We have all the technology, advanced technology, to do what we want anytime, anywhere in Amazonia. We are not going to be scared by all this language of technician, high technology coming into Amazonia. Ngokutunja, for example, as you have mentioned, they are warriors. We are not going to be scared by all those words. We are ready for Dictator Bia and his forces. Let them come. But what I would tell the United Nations is that organization needs to sit up and do the right thing. They should stop grooming dictators in Africa to destroy Africa. They should stop supporting dictators in Africa in order to exploit Africa. United Nations must act now as the organization that wants to see the world live in a very peaceful environment. The hypocrisy in United Nations, the hypocrisy in African Union must stop now. This generation of Africa must rise up to the task of telling these old dictators who gather themselves maybe in United Nations or UN, African Union, to discuss things that it is of their own interest and not the interest of their respective countries. Secretary Chris, I don't want Amazonians to panic. This is not the moment to panic. Bia is good at propaganda. Bia is good at terrorizing the people. But we are good at fighting and delivering results. No one should be scared, or no one should no one should fear whatever is on social media. They will not succeed. We have the technology to counter any technology that will come to fight against our people. We are fighting a just fight.
All right.
No one is going to mess around with us and get away with it. That's what I can say for now.
Thank you. I just want to hope that No PT, General No PT, and the rest of our fighters in Ngoketunjia and in Bui, they are safe, are they?
They are always safe. They are always safe. They are always in high spirit. General No PT is in a special mission somewhere in Mezam. There was a little bit of displacement, like last week that the Catholic Church invited this useless guy in Mezam called Lele before Lafrique. We missed our target then, but as he is back in Mezam, the mission continues. General No PT is in very high spirit. His fighters in Ngokutunja are in very high spirit. The able and capable fighters of Bui Warrior are in high spirit, and they need our support right now. Secretary Chris will just send out a fundraising campaign for Bui County. Dear brothers, dear Amazonians, it is our time to support our fighters. Bui Warrior are doing the job. The contingent of forces from Ngokutunja and other counties all over Amazonia who have converged in Bui are doing a great job. They need our support now. They need our finances now. They need our prayers now. That is what we have to do. Not to panic, because Dictator Bia will either be taken to justice or we will take justice to his doorstep. I've been saying this. I will keep saying this, because that is what we will do, and that is what we must do at this point.
All right. Thank you for joining me. You have a great evening, sir.
It's my pleasure, Secretary Chris. Thank you.
All right. That was again Comrade Langmi Nestor, the spokesperson for our defense, the Ambazonia Restoration Fighters. Ladies and gentlemen, the images you find on your screen, including that of that little baby lying in the casket there, that happened in Maotu. And the only reason I have that image there is just to tell the United Nations that is what French Cameroon Army is doing in Ambazonia. They take their expertise, go down to Ambazonia, kill our children. Look at this wonderful baby, this cute baby. She shouldn't have died at this age. That's what we are fighting against. All right, and before I take you to my talking points, ladies and gentlemen, very, very critical moment. I just want to make an apology here for some images that I brought to you, I think about 2 weeks ago when I was last here. I brought to you some images, footages, supposedly from Taidu. Those images were not from Taidu. It was a mistake that presented them to you as such. Sometime when news is breaking as it is these days, it gets sometimes difficult when you are going live and somebody drop a video and say, hey, this is what happened in Taidu today, especially when it is coming from somebody that you think you trust, only to find out after the show that audio, that video wasn't the right one. So again, our apologies. We try to do our best to bring you just the facts, nothing but the facts, the real story, nothing but the story. We don't have to sugarcoat it by bringing you wrong or false video footages. Again, our apologies for that. I will now, ladies and gentlemen, bring you my talking point for the day. And as you find it on your screen, it is titled, The Interim Government Stands with the Church and Freedom. The interim government stands with the church and freedom, but condemns influence and meddling from La Republique du Cameroon political officials. That is the subject of my talking point today, ladies and gentlemen. And after the talking point, I shall be bringing in my guest, Barrister Mbisa, who will be joining me all the way from the state of Philadelphia, if I'm not wrong, if I got it right there. All right. We have seen from across the world, ladies and gentlemen, in every liberation struggle, the defining role that mainstream churches can play. We have read, for instance, of the role of the Baptist Church in the struggle for black liberation from slavery to equality in America. We have seen the role that the Anglican Church in South Africa, under the distinguished leadership of Archbishop Desmond Tutu, played in bringing about freedom for majority rule, freedom and majority rule in South Africa. We have also read of the role that the Catholic Church played in the conflict in the Sudans. Many other examples abound. Often these roles have mostly been positive, but they can equally take on a negative undertone, as is the role that some churches in Ambazonia are now engaged in at this time in the struggle. When this restoration struggle first began, we could see Catholic priests like Cardinal Christian Toomey and Archbishop Nke standing up, defending the flock, defending the powerless, and speaking truth to power in Yaoundé. I have not forgotten this particular incident in Mamfe when Bishop Nke's parish and parishioners were invaded by Cameroon soldiers sometimes in 2019. The bishop didn't mince words at the indignation he displayed against French Cameroon soldiers who attacked his parish. He called the bluff of the Cameroon military. You could hear him over a BBC interview. Cardinal Toomey equally did so on several occasions before his demise, even though, like Bishop Nke, he had become an apologist to the regime in Yaoundé. There is a trend with the mainstream religious denominations that we have been witnessing in the struggle since early 2020. The mainstream church leadership, talking about the Catholic Church, the Presbyterian Church, and the Baptist churches, are increasingly demonstrating a tendency to want to act as peace proxies for La Republique du Cameroon. The Catholic, Presbyterian, and Baptist leaders are becoming water carriers for La Republique du Cameroon against the grief of our own people for a good period of 60 years. We are aware here at the interim government of meetings that have taken place in Douala and Boya, in which these leaders and those of other smaller religious denominations, including the mosque, have been financially incentivized by the Cameroon government to go out and do her bidding. The bidding takes the form of calling for peace, calling for ceasefire, intimidating the restoration fighters to lay down their arms, offering of incentives for the fighters to surrender or come out of the bushes. We want to be very, very clear here at this interim government. In the situation we find ourselves today, a situation we never provoked or lobbied for, calling for peace or preaching peace is no longer enough to bring an end to this war. Peace that isn't accompanied with justice, tantamount to the peace of Saladin. The church leaders want our fighters to lay down their guns. Once they do so, and the semblance of normality returns, La Republique du Cameroon will only too soon begin to move from town to town and from village to village and begin to round them up for execution. History is always an invaluable teacher in situations like ours. History reminds us that it was when the church, the Catholic Church, intervened and asked Iyobe and Ernest Wanji to surrender and be reconciled with La Republique du Cameroon that they were then picked up and brutally executed in the most brutal manner by Cameroon soldiers. We learned that in October of 1957, the colonial governor, a French citizen, Pierre Mesmer, used one Bishop Mongo to locate Iyobe. Iyobe was treated by Bishop Mongo with a message from the political authorities that should he end the fighting, that France will support independence at the United Nations. The bishop assured Iyobe that he would be granted amnesty and freedom to participate in the political life of Cameroon. Iyobe accepted the deal on the conditions that the amnesty be extended to all his guerrilla fighters too. France rejected Iyobe's demands. But before then, the Catholic Church that was in communication with Iyobe had already sold out his hiding place, and he was assassinated in 1958. That is not all. In 1970, another Catholic cleric, Bishop Indongmo, conniving in the background with the Cameroon Minister of Territorial Administration then, contacted Ernest Wanji and passed a message of an offer for amnesty for him and his Maquisard fighters if he surrendered. Sequel to this, in August 1970, Ernest Wanji came out of the bush in Lum. He surrendered at a local police station, but no amnesty was ever granted him. Barely 5 months after the surrender, Ernest Wanji and his men, his fighters, were publicly executed by a firing squad in Bafoussam. We cannot allow that to happen under our watch at this interim government, ladies and gentlemen. What we want is not a church that coerces freedom seekers to their grave, but a church that speaks truth to power. A church that speaks for a freer and a just society. What we want is a church that stands on the side of the oppressed and the powerless. We want a church that seeks peace. Yes, peace. But most importantly, justice. We want a church that seeks lasting and enduring solutions, not cosmetic solutions that whitewash the problem. And once it is all dried and peeled up, the fight starts all over again. We want a church, ladies and gentlemen, that cares for the sheep, not for the institution, not just for the revenue they get, or in dwindling attendance. So far, the trio of the Catholics, the Presbyterians, and the Baptists have not demonstrated these protocols. Not enough. The event that took place in Kumbo on the occasion of the celebration of Bishop Nkwo's 40th ordination was a very bad example of what a church should engage in during times of mounting insecurity as these. Not only war is going on in the country, but the whole world faces a COVID pandemic that continues to take hundreds of thousands of lives on a daily basis. Yet, the Catholic Church in Kumbo, in organizing that event, failed to take this threat into consideration. But worst of all, that they invited colonial administrators and went for protection from colonial soldiers was such an affront to the people of Kumbo and Ambazonia fighting to retain their own homeland. It was insensitive and provocative, to say the least. And the interim government totally condemns that provocation, and we hope that doesn't happen again. We thank the Bui warriors who showed up to dismiss the gathering and without getting anyone injured in the course of it. But had anyone been injured at that event, we would be holding the Catholics and Bishop Nkwo in particular responsible for it. At the interim government, we would love all these religious institutions that I have called out to know that we are watching them for the role they play in this struggle. We expect you to preach both peace and justice. We expect you to tell La Republique du Cameroon that your people are being killed and that the only way out is for an inclusive dialogue that looks into the root causes of this war. We expect you, the church, to tell La Republique du Cameroon to engage in the Swiss mediation process and not serve as proxies for La Republique du Cameroon to get Ambazonia fighters lay down arms or a ceasefire. We expect you to cater for the hundreds of thousands of IDPs and the refugees languishing in foreign lands. We expect you, the churches, to provide medical assistance to the many injured who are out there. We expect you to be praying above all, that God slaughters the Cameroon army in Ambazonia's low and highlands, and that Ambazonia regains her sovereignty, not just peace. We expect the churches to be praying that agents of the oppressor like Paul Biya, Paul Atanganji, Dion Ngute, Lele Lafrique, Bernard Okalia, and their subordinates fall into the ambush of Ambazonia fighters. All this talk about peace is a camouflage. It's a camouflage. Peace is good, but it doesn't mean the same thing as sovereignty or freedom. Stop talking about peace. Talk more about justice. Talk more about freedom, for it is the reason for which we fight today. Let me be very clear here, ladies and gentlemen. In spite of these shortcomings of the church, this interim government will never resort to banning any church or assembly in Ambazonia. But rest assured that going forward, we will not tolerate any outdoor assemblies such as held in Bamenda by Bishop Nkei and in Kumbo by Bishop Nkwo. That will not be allowed to happen. Religious events that bring together La Republique du Cameroon colonial officials to portray a semblance of normalcy in any of our towns and cities will not be acceptable. Going forward, we will monitor very closely the activities, especially political engagements of every church and their leaders, with particular emphasis on the Catholics, the Catholic leadership, the Presbyterian leadership, and the Baptist leaderships. Having said this, the interim government makes it emphatically clear the idea that churches and pastors start collecting an offering for the struggle or anyone in the struggle is totally out of order, out of place. It will never be the policy of this interim government. The interim government equally distances itself from suggestion that people stop going to churches and start worshiping in their homes. That is not the position, again, of this interim government. Instead, we encourage people to continue to keep on their faith. Go to your church and mosque to pray and to seek for God's mercies and deliverance for Ambazonia. We cannot want to keep God out of this, and yet call it God's ordained struggle. No, we cannot. In every step of the way, we must acknowledge that without God, our plans and efforts will be as good as nothing. We were told we are 2 cubes of sugar from the beginning of this war. They expected the 2 cubes of sugar to dissolve in no time. Guess who bound the 2 cubes of sugar from dissolving? God, of course. As the saying goes, we cannot bite the hand that feeds us. We urge all Ambazonia fighters to respect every man of God, every pastor and religious institution, including the mosque in our land. Protect them and only go after those that openly display affront to this struggle. We don't have to rob God either to win this struggle. No. Anybody advocating for any form of collections in the churches for the struggle is robbing our suffering people twice. Lest we forget, it is the same people who are in the towns and villages supporting our restoration fighters that you are talking about. For you in the diaspora, those people could as well be your parents. They should not, again, they should not be robbed twice. Let's allow them give to Caesar that which belongs to Caesar. Now that is it for the church. Let me turn now to 20th May, which I call a fraud. Fellow Ambazonians, as in every so-called national day, forced upon the southern Cameroons by the colonial French Cameroon administration, the interim government asks that every Ambazonian stays home on 20th May, that is, in about 3 days to come. Stay home. Even when they call it off, as they have done, it is very, very important that we keep on reminding ourselves the reasons for which these commemorations or celebrations no longer matter to us Ambazonians. 20th May was a fraud that was forced upon the southern Cameroons to cloud the sovereignty and statehood of our country. On their website, for example, and I mean La Republique du Cameroon's website, they write, and I quote, Cameroon has no single date of independence. It continues. The United Nations Trust Territory known as French Cameroon achieved independence from France on 1st of January 1960. And the quote continues, and British Southern Cameroons changed status, note that, from a trusteeship under British administration to a federated state within Cameroon on 1st October 1961. The quote continues, the government chose May 20th as Cameroon's National Day to commemorate President Amadou Ahidjo's abolishment of the federal system of government and the creation of a unitary state in 1972. End of quote. And again, that is coming from the Cameroon government website. The quote says Cameroon has no single date of independence. That is very, very true, because we are talking about 2 separate countries here, ladies and gentlemen. But what isn't true is the slanting of the record to portray La Republique du Cameroon as the only partner that obtained independence, and specifically on January 1, 1960. The quote does not also state that the Southern Cameroons equally obtained independence on October 1, 1961 by virtue of UN vote of April 21, 1961. Think about the twist a little bit, please. French Cameroon obtained independence on October 1, 1960. But for the Southern Cameroons, it only changed status. That is the gospel according to French Cameroon. French Cameroon is essentially lying to herself, So according to them, the Southern Cameroons never obtained independence. What happened on October 1, 1961, ladies and gentlemen, was a mere change of status, not independence, according to French Cameroon. That is what they have sold to themselves all along. And that is why they are prepared to kill every one of us to keep us as part of their territory, their damn territory. If the Southern Cameroons didn't obtain independence, why is it that La République du Cameroun has never celebrated 1st of January? Why? The Southern Cameroons continue to celebrate October 1st every year, but they choose to settle for 20th May, a day that neither celebrates them nor us. That is why I call it a fraud. 20th May must never be called a national day, not for La République du Cameroun, nor for Ambazonia. 20th May was a fraud perpetrated by Ahijo to erase our sovereignty and identity as a people. 20th May was the day La République du Cameroun officially annexed and began recolonization of our territory. 20th May was the day we lost our rights and freedoms from the Anglo-Saxon heritage to the Francophonie. 20th May was the day gendarmes were let loose on our territory, and they went village to village, town to town, harassing and arresting and torturing our people for colonial tax receipts. 20th May was the day the Southern Cameroon saw the killing of our mobile wing police. 20th May was a day to celebrate Ahijo's deletion or decapitation of the Southern Cameroons as an independent territory, an independent country. 20th May was the actual launch of French Cameroon obliteration and the stripping of the Southern Cameroon's British heritage. It is right to say, ladies and gentlemen, that 20th May is actually the reason we fight today. 20th May will forever remain a day of national mourning for as long as this war lasts. These are some of the reasons for which the interim government calls upon all of you on Ground Zero to stay home in protest for the injustice done to us. Never again shall we ever have any reason to go out for 20th May. Our national day is October 1st, not 20th May. We challenge La République du Cameroun to learn to celebrate their own national day, which is January 1st. And of course, leave us alone. Again, leave us alone. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. And that was my talking point. I am now joined by Barrister Timothy Mbisa, who is, I should say, leave most of these events. If I am wrong, he should correct me. 20th May was the day the Southern Cameroons was officially taken over by Ahijo, handed over to his country. The mobile wing gone. They brought in their gendarmes. I remember as a young kid going to our local market, and you went to the market, there were French Cameroon gendarmes and soldiers everywhere, walking into bars, arresting people, asking for tax receipts, vote d'identité or something like that, torturing people, arresting people, asking for tax receipts. I'm talking about the 70s, I think early 70s, yeah. They did all of this. The mobile wing was gone. Slowly but surely they eradicated our educational system. They eradicated our common law system. They eradicated everything that we inherited from our relationship with the British. Ladies and gentlemen, if these do not encourage you to stand up for that colonial regime in Yaoundé, I don't know what else We encourage you. I want to bring in again Barrister Mbise, who knows most of the facts to this event. Barrister Mbise, please centralize yourself on your camera, please. Thank you. That looks good. All right. It's a pleasure to have you again. Can you tilt your camera a little bit, please? Just stretch your hand and tilt your camera there a little bit. Okay, that is good. That is good. That is good. Just sit erect like there. That way it looks good. So it's great to have you again, Barrister Mbise. Tell me if I am wrong. I guess you have been listening to me. Where did I go wrong, especially with this 20th May so-called National Day thing, sir?
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Chris. You did not go anywhere wrong. We only need to add more and clarify exactly.
Please, I need you to tilt your camera a little bit and sit erect so that we can see you. Thank you. That is good.
Am I okay now?
That is better, yes.
So I was saying that you are right. All what we need to do is to further expand on what you've said. 20th May can be qualified in two simple phrases or words. One, it was an illegality of wonderful proportions. I'll come to that. Two, it was a gigantic fraud for the reason that you are giving and even beyond. Let me go to an illegality. We all have heard all the story of Article 47 of the Federal Constitution, which Constitution we didn't even respect, but that was the handwork of Ahijo and his own team. Article 47 has four subsections. It deals with how that Constitution of 1961 was to be amended, if at all. 47.1 provided that any amendment of that Constitution that would deal with the impairment of the Federation or the character of the Federation, take note, the Federation is irreceivable. So abolishing the Federation, as they did by the so-called referendum of 1972, violated Article 47.1, which was an illegality in its own right. Article 47.2 provided that other sections of the Constitution could be amended, but it laid down a procedure that had to be followed. One, such an amendment could come from the President. The proposal should come from the President on condition, A, that he consulted with the Prime Minister of each of the federated states. Take note, with the Prime Minister, that is the head of government. It was not just enough to take the phone and call up Paul Biahijo and say, "No, I've consulted you." No, sorry, Foncha. No, you have to consult with the government of each of the federated states. That is what is meant by the Prime Minister. Just to amend any other part of that Constitution. It could be introduced by the Federal Assembly, provided that a third of the people in the National Assembly signed up to it. A third, the Federal Assembly was 50 members. But even if that were done, either by the President or by the Federal Assembly, it could not even pass until that thing was voted with a majority of the representative of each of the federated states. In the 50-man Federal Assembly that we had at the time, Southern Cameroon had only 10. But nothing would pass until 6 of the 10 agreed to it. So that was the legal position, none of which was followed. There was nothing provided for a referendum to change the character of the country. So it was manifestly illegal. Secondly, as you have said, it was a fraud. But beyond what you have said, see, we are so used to this ballot paper, we and yes. It was more than that. There are so are these referendum as something that you could vote yes or no. And it claimed that if you were to vote no, you were going to be given a black ballot paper on which should be written no or no in French. That did not happen. I'm telling you as an eyewitness, as a witness, a participant. This was happening in May 1972. I was graduating in June, and I was a voter. We were in Bojongo, boarding school. The polling station was in the customary court. So we went out to vote. I asked for the black card, which was supposed to be no. They said it was not there. They didn't even provide us the black.
You went out to vote, and you were told that the voting cards were not there.
Yeah, the blacks were not there. That was not the end of it. I was born activist, and the students like that activist. So I started rebelling. I said, who needed it? So they threatened to lock me up unless I kept quiet. Since I would not keep quiet, they were coming to arrest me. So the students ran back to the campus, which was just about 500 yards away, and told the principal that they arrested Besa. The man came there and said, why you arrested this guy? They said, why is he stopping? They asked me what was the problem. We asked the body of students were just about 180 of us. We said, wanted the black, and they refused to give us the black. And then he asked them, but what are you talking? Where is the black? Coincidentally, this guy, Faratoba, he just died. He studied in the United States, at least he understood democracy. They said, now the blacks were not there. They said, well, if they don't have the blacks, they will not vote. That's their right. So they fidgeted around, they could not find them. I think they found about 5 or 6. And that was the end of it. So bottom line, it was a fraud. That's why you find resolution U 99.99%. People were not being given the option to vote no. If you did not want to vote yes, you were threatened with an arrest or you were physically arrested. And I was one of the people who was threatened with an arrest and actually physically arrested. Thank you.
Look at this definition that I explained to you, the quote I read. That quote came from the website of La République du Cameroon's presidency. And it states, they are saying there that Cameroon has no single date, for a national day. And of course, they are referring to independence. But they go ahead to state that French Cameroon gained independence on January 1st, 1960. But for the southern Cameroons, they only change status. They use the word status. They avoid the word independence. Isn't it the reason we are fighting today? Because they have never acknowledged that the southern Cameroons joined them as an independent country too.
I think you are fully right. In their thinking, this is what they think.
Right.
And this is what I will take it to the church not too long from now. They don't want to give us, by their own definition, they are right. We change status to become their slaves. That's what we are. So by their reasoning, we simply change status from U.S. trust territory, to the slave of Southern Cameroon, of East Cameroon. But that is wrong. That's what they have sold. That is what happened in 1961 under the Resolution 1608. They voted against it, not because they did not want us to have independence. They voted against it because they wanted us to come back as their slaves.
Right.
And I take it a little bit further. You were talking about the church. This is where our brothers and sisters in the church, the pastors, the ones respected, they are falling prey to this. Cardinal Toomey, may his soul rest in peace. He fell victim of this unknowingly, I believe. Until Cardinal Toomey died, all the words that came out of his mouth, whatever thing was talking about, he was always talking about reunification.
Right. I always wonder where that word reunification came from. Because
and that's why
it gave the impression that there was some unification before.
You know, in all the Francophone documents, they don't talk about unification, they talk about reunification, which was what was bought by Hijo from the UPC days, that we're just coming back to the fold. We're not getting independent, we're just coming back to the fold. So Christian Tumi bought into that stupid idea, and many of us are bought into it, of something they call reunification. No United Nations document talks of reunification. All the documents talk of unification, not reunification.
I always wonder where they got that word and what. You even hear Amazonians, Southern Cameroonians talking about reunification. I don't know where they got it from.
And that is why, after the 1961 plebiscite, after Resolution 1601, after the plebiscite, even though the people voted against it, what did they do? They went further to sue the UK at The Hague. Because according to them, the UK had permitted Northern Cameroon to go to Nigeria instead of coming back to them. So the idea of reunification, they took it to The Hague. And in a way, they lost. On the simple two grounds. The World Court said that, look, as long as the plebiscite was organized by the UN, the Republic had nothing to do with it. There's nothing Britain could do because they were only administrators. So you cannot sue Britain when the UN organized a referendum, a plebiscite. So this is where our own people are falling prey to, calling something reunification, which is buying into the narrative of Yaoundé. That we just came back to the fold. And what does it mean? That's what they've been saying. If you have a problem, they say, no, your problem is not different from the one in Garoua or from the one in Betua. You are just having one of the several problems that exist in the country. This is where Christian Tumi fell prey to it. He did not know, I guess he didn't understand until he died. So that is what happened. They are wrong. They are manipulating the world, which is impossible. Because as I've said, no UN document talked of reunification.
So what
no
do you
1946 agreement on the administration of the territory talked about reunifying the German territories. Never.
So what do you think will happen when it becomes official that Amazonia is gone? You see French Cameroon going back to January 1st and celebrating January 1st as their Independence Day?
They will go back to where they belong. They don't have any choice. This is one of the reasons why they resist coming to the table to address the root causes of the problem. The root causes of the problem is where it is. They don't want to address this thing because nobody in the United Nations system is going to find something called reunification. And so how would they then claim to own us as they've been claiming to be that a part of them? So they don't even call it Independence Day. They call it May 20th. They call it Unity. Unity.
Yeah, they just call it National Day. It's just National Day.
Yeah, and they just have Federal Unity.
Right, but within their own vocabulary, National Day is Independence Day. Because when they say that French Cameroon got independent but English Cameroon, as I would like to call it, changed status, they are saying this became our national day. Well, but we have since moved on. We have since moved on, but 20th May brought about a lot of destruction for our institutions and a state. I mean, and the statehood that we were to attain on October 1st. We are now going back to the British, going back to the United Nations and telling them we want what we lost back. Look at the way the United Nations, the world powers address this. It's a little tricky where you find where French Cameroon cannot retreat to January 1st. It becomes really intriguing to see what the international community is going to do to try to redress this problem. What is in your mind, sir? You have argued cases internationally and locally. Tell us what you are thinking.
What the international community, the greatest problem we have all the time is when you talk of international community, you're talking about nobody. There's nobody called international community. But the people who matter in the international community have recognized this problem. The Russians, the British, the Americans, the French, they have recognized that these individual countries that make up the United Nations. They recognize this problem. You remember, this idea of sitting on the table to address the root causes, it did not come from us. It came from them, from the international community. They understand what the root causes are. So, on the conference table, which the Republic is avoiding at all the time, the root causes will come up. And I'm not sure that they have any plausible answer to give. How did the word independent by joining independent? It didn't come from us. It came from the United Nations. What the main resolution 16 in the plebiscite by independent is not for us to define. They wrote their independence. They wrote there. The government of Southern Cameroon, there was a government. The government of the Republic of Cameroon, there was a government. The government of UK. These were three different governments put down in writing, in black and white, in United Nations documents. How are you going to avoid it? You can only avoid it by escaping a discussion about it.
What do you make of this commission recently put together in Yaoundé? Some people say it was put on by the United Nations. I spoke to some of the committee members and they said their Ministry of Culture summoned the committee. They want to, I don't know whether to call it revise or rewrite the history of Cameroon, including the Southern Cameroon. What do you make of that? I have spoken to Professor Victor Julius Ngo about it. I spoke to the other guy, Ngwa somebody about it, and they all said no. It is not strange that at this moment they want to come sit down and look at history. What do you make of that? I mean, you have been in the middle of this.
I think one thing you should understand, that commission, whatever it is, was never put up by the United Nations. The United Nations does not write the history of any country.
Of course, the United Nations has our history in their archives.
Yes, they know everything about us. They know everything about it. In fact, Cameroon as it is, Southern Cameroon, is a creation of the United Nations. So they cannot ask somebody to write the history. And ask who in the first place? He asked Professor Julius Ngo. He asked every Ngole. I wish I had a debate with these fellows. These people, Ngo, I heard one of his debates say, well, Resolution 1608 provided in Article 5 that they should do this, they should do that. But Paul Biya, no, Ahijo and Foncha just agreed. It is Cameroon to let us go away. No, sir. No United Nations, that particular one did not give room for Paul Biya, for Ahijo to decide what he wanted to do with Foncha. No. They told him what to do, and that's the law. He either did it or did not do it. If he didn't do it, legally, it is not done. So Professor Ngo finding piece of paper left and right as a historian, that's okay. But it didn't meet the law. That is not the history. I don't know what Ngo is writing about. He does not need to teach you the history of Southern Cameroon or me. He can go online and find other history documented. So they are just stupid apologists who do this thing for money. If they invited him to Yaoundé, it was not for nothing. It was not for nothing.
So what do you think that Yaoundé wants to achieve with that commission? What do they want to achieve?
Yaoundé, there are two things Yaoundé does all the time. When confronted with a problem, Yaoundé has two approaches. The first approach for Yaoundé is that they will physically subdue you to obedience. One, that if that one fails, they bribe you, they buy you. They buy you to submission. And how do they do it? They buy it in different ways. They can come and give you cash. This will take me to the story of the church you mentioned.
Yes.
When they say, okay, we are making the bishop or the archbishop peace ambassadors, it is not for nothing. They give you money for that mission. And once you have taken money, you are locked up into their box. You cannot get out of it anymore. So, when they invite Professor Ngo, or whoever they call themselves historians, there's a big budget for that.
Of course.
Why was God going to tell them no? They pay the money for these things. There's no doubt about that. You can quote me to him. Let him tell us I went there for nothing. They just organize a dialogue in Yaoundé there. They pay people to go there. They call me. Our friends were there. If you come there, they'll give you transport. They'll give you hotel bills. They pay you.
They wanted to fly you from Philadelphia. Is it Delaware
yes.
or Philadelphia to Yaoundé for the Grand National Dialogue?
From Pennsylvania, yes. I have friends there. They said, look, if you don't want to come, make a contribution, write your position. And then that will be participation. I said, I'm not doing it. They'll pay you for that. So again, let me go back a little bit. You're talking about the church. And let me go back to Christian Toomey. What our brothers in the church have not understood is that La Republique never forgives their enemies. Once you oppose them, they will hang on to you until you die. They will not forgive you. That's what they did to Ndomo. That's what they did to Ernest one. You have said and so forth and so on. Let us take it to Christian Toomey. When Christian Toomey was the Bishop of Yagua, 1989. Well, that was a strange thing for Anglophone to come be a bishop in the final. But that was not even enough. Shortly after that, he was promoted to the Archbishop of Garoua. I had to move there 1 year in 1990. During the time of the crisis, Bia must go, the dialogue, national dialogue, and so on and so on. And Christian Toomey, in his normal way, he was very, very objective. But during his ordination as the Archbishop of Garoua, Paul Biya sent him a Mercedes car.
Oh.
He sent him a Mercedes car as a present.
So did they send one to Archbishop Nkeh at his ordination in Bamenda?
Yeah, I'm coming to that. To that. They sent him a Mercedes car. So when Christian Toomey started saying, look, the nation is crying, let us do this. They said, why are you talking now? Why are you doing this? Yeah, friend, they said, look, the man said openly, if you want to take a Mercedes car, come and take it. I don't need it here. And then they were so angry with him, they never forgave him until he died. That is nonsense of Anglophone conflict. They will never let it hold under him because you have offended them. You are not allowed them to do it.
But that was a long time ago, though. That was supposed to be a long time ago.
Yes. I said,
so why would they be keeping that grudge for that long?
Well, in their nature, they don't forgive you until you die. Take it fast forward to what you have said in Bamenda. When they went to ordain the present Archbishop of Bamenda, what did they do? They still at Tanganji. What was the gift they had to give? They offered a Prado.
Oh.
A new Prado for the Archbishop.
Oh, they offered Bishop K at Tanganji to a Prado to Bishop K.
Yes. It's something that was given publicly, not something that.
Of course, they wanted to be sure. I mean, this is a revelation you are making here. I never learned about that.
They gave me a Prado. They gave the Archbishop a Prado during the ordination.
Atanganji took a Prado to Bamenda.
He was the leader of the
delegation at his ordination.
Yes. Presented to them from the presidency. So the church accepted it. They didn't know they are buying into these things. So you take a Prado from Yaoundé, you have to behave their way. So when the church started writing those things about the crisis, what did they go Yaoundé do? They came to the angle and said, well, this is in your area. We'll make you the peace ambassador.
Yeah.
This is money. Convince these boys to come out. You and Christian Toomey are the peace ambassadors. You are colleagues, yes. You are one of us. Let Christian Toomey, they don't know where to keep the money. He said they should give it to the Archbishop in Bamenda. And that's why every time I heard Christian Toomey say that, look, tell those boys if you need money, if you need assistance, go to the Bishop in Bamenda. Because there is money the government has given for this project. They don't give you their money for nothing. And then, again, fast forward, remember, when the cardinal who came for the ceremony of the Archbishop in Bamenda, when the president of the Episcopal Council, Bishop Kwame Obafang, read the speech and said that they had sent so many memos, they requested a meeting as the church to meet President Paul Biya. I didn't meet them.
Right.
What happened? The journalist turned the phone to Andrew. Right there, publicly, not something that was done. Andrew said, yeah, the president is not meeting, has not met the Episcopal Council, but he's talking to individual bishops.
Correct, I read that.
What are these individual bishops? The head of the Catholic Church in the Southern Cameroon, British Southern Cameroon, is the Archbishop of Bamenda.
Yeah.
He's talking to him. He's talking to him. So they got themselves into this trouble. They cannot escape out of it. Once you take money from Yaoundé, you are not going to go out of it. Fast forward again to last week. What do you think happened in Kumbo? Poor Bishop Paul Manelso Wani and Boya was Education Secretary. He was somewhere very close to me. He wants to make his thing with a 40th anniversary. He said, well, I need security. He goes to Lele Afrique. What? Where they deploy 150 or 200 soldiers, they are not deployed for nothing. There's a budget for that. They give the money. They come in there. Well, we're coming for the 40th. They didn't come empty-handed. You remember, even in this country, right now we speak, the kitchen in Kumba, they made a package to go there and say they want to go and condole with the family. They give you money to silence you. So our brothers in the church, maybe they don't know these things. As I feel sorry for some of them. You cannot enter the trap of Yaoundé. They must buy you with money or subdue you physically. And the Catholic Church in particular has had its own share of the violence against their own priests, against their own bishops, who have been killed for refusing to submit to the authorities of Yaoundé. That is a fact.
Well, this is, you've made some revelations here, because I never got to hear about those gifts to Archbishop Nkei and Bishop Cardinal Toomey. So we now understand why they are so bought into carrying water for La Republique du Cameroon. But we want to believe that they heard my message today, that we don't want to rise against the church. We don't want to have any problem against the church, but we think that so many people have died, so many people have been killed in this war, to allow any institution to want to be a hindrance to the restoration struggle for Ambazonia. Is that not a righteous thing to do?
It's a righteous thing to do. Let me just ask something about the church again. The church, the Catholic Church, the Presbyterian Church, whichever, is not the Archbishop or the Bishop. No. The church that me and you know is more than the house where they go and pray. In Southern Cameroon, the church means more than prayer. Take, for example, you and me are from the BLM. The role the church played there to educate people, to bring hospitals, to do all this, makes people fall for the church. They don't go to the hospital because they want to go and make the rosary or to pray. No. They go to those assemblies because they are attached to the church in different forms. For example, those are the movement to Saturday, hear something called SOBA or ballet or students. Then when they go there, they make the sign of the cross. No. They go to those things because of the social benefits they have gotten from the church. These three institutions, the Catholic Church, the Presbyterian, the Baptist, and the Basel, they did not come just to evangelize. They came with the social work that has helped the whole population. And people are attached to it. I don't know how many people who have had problems in Cameroon fight to go and receive treatment in Banso, in the heart center in Banso. It is owned by the Catholic Church. And so people would rather go and die there because they want to protect those institutions than they are not trying to protect the individual priest or the individual bishop or archbishop. No. Individual bishops and archbishops and priests come to the ministry with their own weaknesses. But the church remains an institution. Who has the mission? The church mission is not of what we have today. No, the original church mission was a different story. As you said, 1972 cost us a lot. I was in college. I was graduating as a grade 2 teacher. That was the policy of West Cameroon government that instituted that program to have teachers to teach in the primary school. Where the last batch to graduate, they abolished the thing with the abolition of West Cameroon. The teachers, the centers were closed. There were about 10 or more. They were basically closed. And so the education system of Southern Cameroon died from the primary school level. It died right there.
Well, Barrister, please stay put in there. I am going to open the phone lines for Ground Zero. Let me see. I was supposed to get Gabonese to give us some updates on what happened in Moyoka yesterday, or was it Mahutu? Yesterday, the killing of quite a number of our people there by French Cameroon forces. But I am going to open the phone lines for those of you who are on Ground Zero and in the diaspora who may want to contribute to the show. Okay, I think I got the first caller here. Prince J. K. Let me take your call first. I hope that go straight to your question. When you call, you go straight to your question. And if you're on Ground Zero, before you call, make sure that the volume of your set is turned down. Make sure the volume of your set is turned down. Prince J. K., welcome to the show, sir.
Yeah, greetings, Secretary Chris, and good evening to all Ambazonians watching you. Actually, I don't have a question, but I'm calling to thank that father who is sitting right next to you for such a great explanation about the church. Because many Southern Cameroonians are very naive about the church. Yeah, they are very, very naive that the church is not what they see. The church is another hidden political group that is oppressing the people, especially those bishops. Yeah. The bishops go behind and mingle themselves with the government, collect money from the government, and then they come and sit and use the name of God and they blindfold the people. And many Southern Cameroonians are very, very ignorant when we talk about the church. They are so ignorant that they don't know the politics involved in church. Like I was saying it in my live show last time. I said if you go in front of Kali Church, those Atanganji and the others, they are the ones occupying the front seat. Do you think they occupy that front seat for nothing? No, it's because their offering envelopes are very high. They give a huge sum of money. So when it comes to politics, they will definitely go and meet the bishop. We offer a lot to your church. We pay our tithes. So you have to defend us. And the bishop or the cardinal or whoever will not look the common mother in the village who will take a one bunch of plantain to come and keep them in that church. And this is where Southern Cameroonians are failing to understand. So I'm very happy with that. My father there who has blessed a lot of people online today to understand that the meaning of the church is the 2,500 refugees in Nigeria. 200,500 refugees in Nigeria. The meaning of the church is the 15,000 people who have been killed. The meaning of the church is baby matter. The meaning of the church is the Southern Cameroon. So thank you so much. I'm enjoying the show. God bless you.
Okay, thank you. God bless you too. That is your opinion. We have given the official stand of the interim government as far as the Catholic Church, the Presbyterian, and the Baptists are concerned. I hope they heard us. Let me get to the next caller here. If you can call, please, you can text. If the lines are busy, you can text me your message, and I will make sure that I read it. Let me see. Again, the number was on your screen. Go ahead. I like to hear from Ground Zero. I like to hear from K-Town. I like to hear from Kumba. All right. Let me take the diaspora. Hello, sir. Hello. 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 Well, if you call, you have to be ready to talk. When I pick your call, many people want to call, don't stand on their way. Okay, this one right. Hello, I'm writing from Ground Zero, specifically in Bamenda. Still writing there. Let me see. All right, ground zero. This is ground zero. Poor connection. Try getting a better connection, sir. Unfortunately, I can't take your call. That's a poor connection there. All right. Okay, this one right. Good evening. Long time I am listening to you people. The program today is wonderful. Congratulations. What our father is saying about the car of the bishops in Bamenda is the truth. I was there present, and I was one of the choir members who make the occasion successful. I'm sorry, I have deleted the picture of that car from my phone. This is your witness. So he had the picture of the car. Let me get this caller here and see. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, hello, sir.
Hello.
Yes, go on. I can hear you. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Boya.
From Boya, okay. And what is in your mind, sir?
First, I want to thank you for the presentation concerning the church. Secondly, the presentation concerning the 20th May Day that brought us to where we are.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello, yes, go on. I can hear you.
Okay, so different person.
I'm hearing you, sir. I'm hearing you clearly. 5 on 5. Go on.
Okay.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah. I also would like to say that what Barrister said is true. The church, as far as the church is concerned, the people, the president, when Archbishop Kerr was to be installed, government sent a Prado for him, and that's why you saw a sudden turn. And that is a trend all over as far as the church is concerned.
How come I never knew about this? That the government gave me Prado.
Yeah, he was given a Prado by the minister of Bataranji. Yeah, Bataranji. And it was in public that happened. And that's why you see it was a sudden turn. And he was not speaking as he started when he was in Manfred.
Right.
That is precisely the reason.
He was a firebrand in Manfred, right?
Correct. He was excellent in Manfred. I remember he came to the BLM and spoke, and you could hear him a different way. But when he got to Bamenda, it turned completely in the opposite direction. Boya today is not a scam in Boya.
Okay.
But last Saturday it was held in Boya, precisely in Moya.
Yes.
Yes, it was not easy for them there. And even now in Moya, especially in the Moya area, if you go there, you will not see people out now. But in Boya, from my 17 uptown, everything is normal. You will not know that there's anything apart from the ammo cars you see running up and down. That is what happens in Boya.
Wonderful. How about Victoria? What have you heard about Victoria? Anything? Did they observe Ghost Town today?
Yes, they did. They observed Ghost Town.
Wonderful.
Especially around my 4 up to Motengene.
Wonderful. Oh, my 4. I hope that our boys do something and get all of Victoria, respecting Ghost Town.
I think that is our prayer, that every person should every area should respect the ghost town.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, what you see on your screen, those are the Ambazonian restoration fighters in Moya. Moya, that was, I think, Saturday.
I want to find out from you if somebody on ground zero who wants to contribute for this struggle, what does he or she do?
Okay, that is information that I cannot give you over television. If you can text me, I would then direct you to somebody in your county to whom you can make that donation, sir.
Okay, that will be. I will do that after this call.
All right, thanks for calling. Thanks for calling. Remain safe. Okay, let me see who is calling next. Another ground zero here. Hello. Hello.
Hello, Secretary Chris. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. May I know where you are calling in from, please?
Yes, I'm calling in from Mezam County, specifically Bamenda town.
Okay, how was lockdown in Bamenda, ghost town in Bamenda today?
You know, as usual, Bamenda has always been the eye of the ghost town. So today it was very, very, very successful and very, very, very perfect. There were no vehicles in the street. Even at times we used to see people move around, but today, in fact, it was categorically a lockdown.
That was same at Nkwen?
And when I didn't reach that site, but from some other sources, I'm told when is beginning to respect it, because at times they used to be, bike riders from Queen to another side of the town, commercial avenue and so on.
Right, willing that.
Yeah.
All right, great, wonderful. Thanks for that update. What else is in your mind, sir?
What is in my mind is that we are receiving information that some family members who have conflict with their relatives contact our boys. We don't know who are these our boys. We don't know whether it's the ADF or we don't know. They pay them, they ask them to arrest their own family members, torture them and collect money from them. And any other person who has some grudges with a person will quickly consult them, pay money, they hunt for you and they put you down. For instance, we are receiving information that a man in Bafutma in 17 consulted a man for a job in a church there, in the Presbyterian church. The plans behind this job was that they will collect this man to that location and he will be taken by our boys to hand over to another opposer of the person. So this story was narrated to us by a church member of that church. So we are looking forward to know who was this man taken to that location for a job. Another job up to now has not been given to him. So this is a serious case that we have to handle very much. We have to trace out those who are, doing these kind of things on our people.
All right.
We talk very much about the church. He was a church pastor, as we are told, and the church member is revealing this to us. He was a church pastor, so the church is very instrumental. Both the government and some other political scraps that are fallen up politically. So we should handle this very, 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 very carefully, Secretary Chris.
All right.
And thank you also in addition for the information that you have given us about the 20th May. We know it was actually a decapitation of the Amazonian people, institutions. We thank our brother, our papa who is with you there. That gives us good information about the church and about our political issues that, in fact, we do not really know. So thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Thank you for calling. You guys remain safe on ground zero. All right. Bystander B, sir, talking about this kidnapping on ground zero, I see some peer pressure from some of these groups on ground zero who claim to be fighting for Ambazonia. If you take a look at this photo that I want to show you on the screen, that I present to you on the screen, this is from the ADF Once the restoration fighters begin to take the offense to republique, to Cameroon, the ADF come out and put out a fake picture and show president uniform and say, hey, look at what we caught from the republique of Cameroon. We took this from their soldiers. Where? They don't tell you. They don't tell you. They show you some fake uniform they took off of their bodies and put there, and they want the public to know they are fighting. Where was this battle? Where they took these photos? They don't tell anybody. Barrister, I give you a word before I go back to the cosplay.
Chris, I think we are falling into the trap of the ADF. You see, the battle over Ambazino is not going to be won by you and me sitting in the United States or in London or in Japan. It's going to be won on ground zero. Everybody on ground zero knows that there's nothing called ADF. If they are there, they are less than 1%. So there's no way. The propaganda they show on TV is for you and me. How many people in Akwaya have the opportunity to watch that propaganda? They don't exist, but they have successfully made us to spend time talking about them. They don't fight any war. If they fought any war, they will have allies in Kumbo, in Momo, in Libya. They don't have anyone. You don't fight the war only with your phone. So they are wasting our time. They are lucky that we're talking about them. In fact, we're promoting them by talking about them. Thank you.
All right, let me move back to the callers. We have a caller from Ground Zero. Hello, sir.
Hello, Secretary Chris. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. You are calling from Abakwa, I guess, right?
Yes, Abakwa. You really know Abakwa. I'm calling from there. I greet the barrister who's in the studio. And this issue of the church into politics, you see, I think it is a big risk to risk the life of your Christians because you want to achieve a political kind of something. And if you want to take your Christian and for achieve that kind of a thing, and you know very well that thing will want to go down for the and you risk the life of your Christian, you and your Christians are all committing suicide. You are all committing suicide. And you, the Christian, will know very well that that particular person will go. You know, permit them to go just because the priest uses his spirituality for call you come for that prayer for going and not correct. You, the Christian, and you support for check your head. For no one other person to call me, you go there. Because 80% of your security now you yourself. Government are only 20%. 80% are you. So the man when they call you for that place, for that match where to go officiate them, if you know say the risk yourself, don't go there. If you go there and anything happens between you and the person, you don't commit suicide because before you leave your house, you know say you go risk yourself for that particular place. I think when we come on, we go say we go church, we go church. First thing for pray for churches. In the world, as a Christian, you pray first for churches, and after that churches, the peace it could be as a good Christian. But now move with priests, they know the use we they risk the life of Christian because they want to achieve something. It's not correct. Not to talk to our bishops, our superiors of the church. No, it's not correct. Even at the end, we the Christian get for the tell them. And you the Christian not supposed to purify yourself just because you the fear say the bishop don't call. No, you have a right as a Christian. You have a right as a Christian. You are not a slave to that church. You are not a subject to that church, but you are a Christian to that church. Because if you are not that Christian, the priest will not be there. So the priest is supposed to even guard their security than any other thing. So any priest will tell you Christian go down for the prayer church because you want to achieve something, make it know very well that you the Christian the two of them they commit na suicide. Going to be the God plan when I go and achieve different things. So Christian, watch out. Thank you.
All right, thank you. You know, issues of faith are very personal matters, and we want to allow every individual Christian to make.
Chris, let me ask something to warriors.
But let me ask something for you. Are saying something there?
Yeah, I want to say something concerning what that comrade just said.
Okay.
One principle we should understand is pastors, church pastors, call them bishops, pastors, priests. They come and go and the institution of the church remains. I'm not sure that the pastor who started the Achatugi Hospital is still alive, but that thing has progressed from Achatugi to Mutengeni. I'm not sure that the man, the bishop or the priest of the heart center in Banso is still alive. But why is not that alive or is gone somewhere else? The institution has remained. The church is an institution, and they affect our lives differently. All what we need to do is know that if it is faith, as you have rightly put it, have your faith. The problem with the church ministry is that they try to mix the ministry with the faith. Let Lele Afrik go to Bishop Ko's 40th anniversary if he wants. But don't see him there in his khaki shirt and uniform. Let him go there, individual man.
I'm saying that we don't want him there with his military entourage, and he shouldn't go there as a governor. He should go there as Lele Afrik. Maybe just as another Catholic member.
Obe Peter used to be in Boya. He was a firebrand. He was terrible. But he was also a Catholic. He worshipped in the Catholic church with me there. I came there as an individual. He sat on the bed desk. Nobody sat near him. After church, nobody would want to converse with him. But he was there in his private capacity.
Taking communion.
Don't just forget about this. Let us forget about these pastors. Some of them have said, it's not every pastor who will go to heaven. No. If heaven was reserved for them, you and me will never get there. Yes. But let's have it in mind that they are human beings. They come there with their weaknesses and their strengths. I don't know. You and me. I don't know how old you were in 1966 when Father Cunningham left.
I wasn't born in 1966.
When he left Sase, which was like university, to come and open a school in Fountain of Wisdom, where there was no toilet. He was a white man. He has not died. The school is still there. But how many of those people do we have? We don't have many of them. But let us not waste our time. If we can correct them, they're good. That will be good. But if they don't want to be corrected, they will see the undoing. I have said, let me repeat again. The Cameroon government does not forgive its opponents. They will follow you to the death.
All right, let's get the next caller here. Hello, sir.
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, I can hear you, sir. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Munya.
Calling from Munya. Wonderful. You are witness to what took place
Yeah.
on Saturday.
Yeah, I was a witness to it. Yeah, I was live on it.
Tell us what you saw.
Saturday. It wasn't easy down there in Munya.
Okay.
And I would really like to say what really happened there in Munya was really something unspeakable. Yeah.
Now the police station in Munya was stormed.
They couldn't do anything, and they used to park bags outside. I think they were waiting for something like this, and it happened, but they couldn't do anything.
Okay. So what is the situation there now at that police station? Did they abandon it, or is it still open and running?
This police station should be abandoned.
Okay, that is wonderful. Well, thank you for the call. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right, let's see who else is on the line here. Let's see who else is here on the line. Okay. Hello, Mr. Ochiba, sir.
Good afternoon, Secretary Chris, and for Power there for studio there.
Good afternoon.
For good job.
Good afternoon, sir. What is in your mind today?
Yes. I want just we don't talk today plenty about Bishop Tia. They say because when I talk say Tia will be there for Manfe, he be the talk fine. Bishop Tia be the talk early. Fine when he be there for Manfe, and he be make a U-turn only from Manfe. As a result, we be make a U-turn from Manfe travel for United States for America. They can go they pacify Eric Tato. He place it on top streets for day. From that day, Eric Tato now turn against the interim government, against the revolution. He go back for Manfe as a result of the success where he just started record them. They then transfer. He said they send you for Bamenda for Playway, epicenter for the revolution for day. Now whether it be go for day and we report about the pride the way they be give it for day, including all the other ceremonies where people like we on do carry them and the rest they be go meet up them for the celebrate the close where they jump for you. So Bishop Kia be not change things from Manfe before you go for the other side. I thank you plenty. And then people will be very conscious. I like the position where interim government take about the church, because some of us like activists where we come out, they can't talk, say we ban churches, they will do so. We must be very careful because that is an unconscious infiltration by the Republic agents where the terrorism will pronounce those things. Because if we come out, can project them so. Now indirectly one make us the people and now they turn against the revolution, and so that may will not be correct. I like the position the interim government taken today. Say we condemn now the facts they use politics inside church where if it go against our own people. So we'll continue the movement. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you for that contribution. I think you are right. Nke was still in Manfe when he came to the U.S. and laid hands on Eric Tato on the streets of Washington, D.C. and converted him. I think Santos was also one of those. He converted. That was quite still early in the struggle. Bazambisa, you have something to add there, please?
Well, they were not converted for nothing. They were converted with money. And I'm sure that's part of the money that took them to Yaoundé for the national dialogue. The bishop did not come here empty-handed. He came here on a mission. Take it right or wrong. The mission was Yaoundé mission to appease us, and the only way to appease people is to buy them.
All right, let's get back to our next caller here. Hello, sir.
Yeah, hello, Secretary Chris. My name is Cyprian. I'm calling from Germany.
Hello, sir. Good evening from Germany.
Yes, my contribution today is to thank both of you on the panel. I really enjoyed the discussion, and I want to give my position as far as church is concerned. I stand with the IG, and I'm also adding my voice that those people using politics, taking our churches for politics, that is not the right thing. We should make difference between the people using our churches for politics and our church. Our church is a place of God, a place of worship. But the people using our churches for politics, those are the people that we can use as a target. Now, I want to also tell all my Ambazonian people watching, whenever they're watching such a very educated program like this, they should press the love sign. How can we have 1,000 people that are not pressing the love sign so that we should know that what people are saying is nice? They should press the love sign. Love sign is good. Then, another message, and my last message is for the people of Kumba LGA. Join your LGA. Let us liberate South Moon and Bazunale. How the FACO are doing, the Lebi Alem and the Bui and all the other county and AGs are doing. Join Kumba LGA. Contact Eriko Agaba. Contact Komeponigon. Contact Fritz Misode and join Kumba LGA. Pay your draft. This is the time for action, not time for talking. No time for talking. Let us pay our draft and follow it up and ensure that we have the result. And we'll see in less than no time, Larubiri will be begging us for dialogue, and we'll say we don't even want to dialogue anymore. We'll enter into that play and really take over part of that country and make it our own. Thank you very much, Secretary Chris.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thanks for the call. Let's get to the next caller here. Hello, sir. Hello.
Hello, Secretary Chris. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. May I know where you are calling in from, please?
Yeah, I'm calling from Finland.
You are calling from Finland. Okay. What is in your mind, sir?
You would excuse me, today I go talk about pidgin, as all man don't they talk about pidgin. Thank you very much for your presentation on the issue of 20th May. I watched some talk show yesterday for my media prime. I see how Professor Elvis Ngolengole tried to convince people, say 20th May 1972 referendum will be legal and constitutional. I want to say to him,
but what did you expect from him? Everything in that country is legal and constitutional, and the head of state supports it, right?
Actually, but it be very ridiculous. That is someone who calls himself a professor. That is someone who teaches students in the university. When you be student where you don't study for Professor Elvis Ngolengole, you should don't for inside your house. You listen to a professor of that caliber. He should don't for television. He even try for even wrap the lie. You need to go. They say be legal. If he talk from a perspective of political science. What has political science has to do with the identity of the people? He say don't study politics of different country. That referendum it be constitutional, it be legal. I want to say a big shame to Professor Elvis Ngolengole. I regret the day they even give you that Bakosi identity, because not so Bakosi people them be. Don't be so Bakosi people them be. Secondly, I want to talk about Bishop Nkea. The topic is a very sensitive topic, but make I add my own small thing for them. Since we Bishop Nkea he was one of the most vocal people. He be one of the people that way he be the see something talk. Even when they kill priest, they kill who for Mamfe, he come out, he talk in very clear terms, saying a military kill. But since after he get that the appointment for Bamenda, that guy changed. And because of the motto where they go here for him, now this guy Felix Mbayu with Paul Atanganji, with Paul Tasson, with all of them, they be there for that occasion. And since that day, Bishop Nkea, his voice don't change. This is what I want to say. Every war for the world, it end up on a negotiation table. And before we want to go for a negotiation table, there is always something like consultation. Let's consult the civil society. Let's consult the church leaders and all of this. I want to see me interim government take a stand. This Bishop Nkea, a person, if interim government want to chop you, give a chop you very long spoon, because there was a time I heard him. He say he both say he talk with military, he talk with Amber Boys. The Amber Boys or the fighters in Bamenda should be told, they give this man a very long distance, because the way he is behaving, if he basically use the tactics where they use them, he don't get these guys them. If he sell their location, they tell Amber Boy, one day they communicate with Bishop, will not deny say he no be man of God. He be man of God, make he continue to preach the gospel. The people the way they die for the war, not like for people, not like people them. And even if they kill the whole southern Cameroons, he don't get anything for loss. And he be man of God, me concentrate with doing man of God work. And me fighters, and me they keep distance, because these are not the kind of people to keep them. The last thing I want to talk now say, all these enablers and people the way they walk around where they believe so much in La Republique, at the end of the day, what do you people gain? I saw a picture 2 days yesterday on the social media, the fun of Oku, where he died in a soldiers they carry he the empty skin on top stretcher. I was really heartbroken, because I'm from the northwest. For Bamenda, when fun the best way get respect, and fun died, even the people of that village, they know the sea cops now, notables, people the way where they give high rank for inside village. But go see how many small like Republic soldier they carry Oku fun. They are the fun of Oku for that matter. Then even the people of Oku, they don't know play with their fun day. Look at what is happening to our people. We still when La Republique don't give the way they don't go get them when independence camp for Southern Cameroons. Make people the system of this thing. Look at Mbandam, look at Ekema, look at all of them. Where are they today? Who say would they go? Thank you very much.
All right, thank you for the call, sir. Have a great day. All right, let me check some of your messages right now.
Can I just say something about Professor Elvis Ngolengole?
Yes, sir. Go on.
I followed that his discussion yesterday on what they call it Prime TV. Then I sat down and reflected. This is Elvis Ngolengole who said that in 1972 he was 19 years old. We could not remember whether there was a we and yes. Could not remember anything. Then I went further and found out what is Elvis Ngolengole. He's called himself associate professor of what? And what is he? He's the chancellor of the University of the CPDM. They have an institute in Yaoundé there. Where is the rector? What do you expect from the president of a university or the CPDM Institute?
Right.
Some truth? This guy is man who should, he rarely said it, but I don't know why action has not been taken. That his certificate should be withdrawn.
Who will withdraw it? Not in that country.
He said that his school should withdraw it himself. He said that would not matter.
All right, let's get this other caller here from Ground Zero. Hello, sir. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, can you turn down the volume of your TV first, please? Okay, we lost that caller. Let's see. Okay, somebody writes to say, Chris, even the moderator of the PCC was also given a Prado when he was re-elected. When he was re-elected. Oh, okay, let's get this caller. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir. May I know where you are calling from, please?
I'm calling from Yaoundé.
You're calling from Yaoundé. Wonderful. That is the colonial capital. Are you watching on TV or on your phone or computer, sir?
On my TV.
Wonderful. Good to know that. A lot of some squeezing noise in your background there. Can you turn down any radio, TV in your background, please?
I'm actually in a virgin ground. No noise, nothing. Maybe it's network. Anyway, are you getting me?
Yes, I get you. Go on.
Yeah, I just came in, so I haven't followed your program, but I just wanted to add one thing, please. As the firepower is adding on Ground Zero, I just wish our boys should apply the guerrilla war tactics. They should not post videos on Facebook, because all this while we have been seeing videos on Facebook, and La Republique may use that advantage to ambush them. So that's just my concern. They should go back to their guerrilla war tactics. No videos, please.
All right. Thank you. We really have an issue with your audio there. Okay, I will take 2 more calls and I will call it a day. So whoever calls in now, let me see this message here. This person writes, let us remain strong during this struggle. We will surely win. We don't need to be scared of the struggle. It is our fight and we have already won, but they don't want to accept that. Okay, that is somebody writing. I think that's from Ground Zero. Somebody write again from Ground Zero. Good evening, sir. I am writing from Bamenda. What he says is completely true. The church worse than the blacklegs, just that our people are too ignorant. They need to be educated. I mean, especially the Catholic Church. All right, thank you. Let me get this caller here. Hello. Hello. Please, a lot of noise in your background. There is a baby talking in the background. Please, can you move away from the baby? All right, we lost that caller there. All right, Baristambi, I will give you the last opportunity to say the last word before we call it a day tonight, please.
Thank you, sir. 2 things to say. We have spent a lot of time on church and religion. And I've mentioned this to many people, even the church hierarchy. This journey that we are back on is a difficult journey. We will all sing the song that it is blessed by God. But sometimes we don't understand it. I'm sure that most of us who are Christians still remember the journey of the Israelites from Egypt to the Promised Land. The first pivotal moment of that journey was the crossing of the Red Sea. Once they crossed the Red Sea, they faced difficulties. They were starving. They had no water. They had nothing. They even persecuted Moses. But what happened? I asked, could they go back to Egypt? Because they wish they had gone back, because they said, we have food there, we have water at least. But they could not go back because the Red Sea had closed back. They forged ahead and went on for 40 years and got to the Promised Land. That was not even enough. They got to the Promised Land, they were there until Christ was born. Israel was not born until 1,947 years after. He succeeded. God helped them. So we are gone. We have all those difficulties, whether with the church, whether with the leadership or not. But we are gone to return no more. Have God in your mind, have God in your prayers, have the fight in your bedroom, in your room, in your sleeping place, and know that we are gone. Contribute what you can. If you don't have money, at least pray for the success. Give the widow's mite, and that will take us to the end of the journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Barrister. It was great to have you back here. We look forward to seeing you again, sir. Have a great evening.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Okay, I will take this last caller that I have with me here. Hello, sir. Can you hear me? Hello. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Hello, sir. Where are you calling from?
Yeah, I'm calling from California.
Okay, California, the liberal state. What do you have in your mind, sir?
Yeah, I just want to thank the Amazonians who are fighting. I want to encourage them. Let them fight and let's have our independence.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
I hope you are drafting. I hope you are drafting for your county and LGA, right?
Yeah. I just want to encourage them not to go back, because they have already gone a long way forward to withdraw.
All right. Thank you for the call. Remain safe, sir. Good evening. All right. Unfortunately, I can't take any more calls. Ladies and gentlemen, that will be it for the night. But before I go, I'd just like to remind you, I have a very, very special presentation to bring to you on Friday. On Friday, it's going to be one of those educative, informative presentations, one of those documentaries that I bring to you once in a while. That will be on Friday. I like to X-ray to French Cameroon authorities and those that matter out there and would love to listen and know if since this war started, La Republique has made any meaningful concessions. I want to put it out there so that the world knows La Republique du Cameroon is not serious. They are not ready. They are not prepared for any concessions. If they were prepared and were serious for 5 years that we are now, there would have been one thing to show, to put on the table, to say, this is what we have done, and these Amazonians, Biafrans, as they want to call us, they just remain belligerent. No, they haven't. And expect something really very, very, very scintillating on Friday as I come back to you with that presentation. I want to thank you for tuning in. Thank all of you on Ground Zero. I want to believe that this has been a blessing. And please, let's keep the faith and continue to look up to the author and the finisher of our faith. With him, all things are possible. With him, all things are possible. May you all have a great night. A great evening too for those of you still in the USA. God bless.
Everybody come praise the Lord. Come praise the Lord. Everybody come praise the Lord. Come praise the Lord. Everybody come praise the Lord. Come praise the Lord. Everybody come praise the Lord. Come praise the Lord. For He is good. Come praise the Lord. For He is good. For He is good. Come praise the Lord. For He is good. Everybody come praise the Lord. Come praise the Lord. Everybody come praise the Lord. Come praise the Lord. Everybody come praise the Lord. Come praise the Lord. You are worthy to be glorified, King of Kings, Emmanuel. I call you Jehovah, Redeemer of my life, Jehovah, Redeemer, Jehovah, Redeemer.
Everybody come, let's praise the Lord. There's no one else to pray. It is ever praise and then give it a worship and praise God. This is what the fuck praise for. Let's praise the
You are a miracle walking Father. Walking Father. Walking Father. Walking Father. I praise your name. I praise you, Jehovah. Miracle Father. Miracle Father. Miracle Father. Miracle Father.
I put my trust in you. I put my hope in you, Lord. Yeah, 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 yeah. I put my trust in you. I put my trust in you. Come, let's praise the Lord. Come, let's adore Him.
You are the God of all widows. Covenant keeping God is your name. Papa, you wipe away my tears. From glory to glory, I put my trust in you. I put my hope in you. From glory to glory, from glory to glory, from glory to glory.
With an average salary of $80,000 to $120,000. Dynamic Tech Academy has transformed many lives for the better through our 6-month Linux program. We are so excited to announce that we are adding DevOps course and Red Hat certification at no charge, which will make students more competitive. Over 80% of our students have no prior IT background, yet vast majority of alumni land jobs in 3 to 6 months after they start applying. Our ultimate goal is to reach 100% student employment. So we work with every student until he or she gets a job. Upon successful completion of the course, we will provide resume building, interview preparation, and job placement assistance. With the Linux course, you get more than 300 hours of in-depth training, and you get to learn from experienced instructors. By the end of the program, our students can be Red Hat certified if they choose. Our alumni work in companies, both government and private companies in the USA, Canada, and even Europe. Want to learn more about the program? You can contact us at info@dynamicdmv.com, or you can call us at 240-604-9505, or you can call us at 240-423-7865. And you can also visit us at www.dynamictechdmv.com. If you are interested in online classes, please register on our website. That's once again www.dynamictechdmv.com.
You need a financial instrument that provides a hedge against inflation, 100% guarantees that you will not lose your money, has tax-free growth and distribution, the ability to take an interest-free loan, avoids probate, provides creditor protection, guarantees your family that your income will be replaced should you die, helps you protect yourself financially against chronic, critical, and terminal illness, and of course allows you to take money anytime for any reason at any age without a tax penalty. You need only as little as $50 to invest per month. Contact Irene Fombo. Tell 513-5014-177 or send an email to irenenpmsn@gmail.com. You need a financial instrument that provides a hedge against inflation, 100% guarantees that you will not lose your money, has tax-free growth and distribution, the ability to take an interest-free loan, avoids probate, provides creditor protection, guarantees your family that your income will be replaced should you die, helps you protect yourself financially against chronic, critical, and terminal illness, and of course allows you to take money anytime for any reason at any age without a tax penalty. You need only as little as $50 to invest per month. Contact Irene Fombo. Tell 513-5014-177 or send an email to irenenpmsn@gmail.com.
Fellow Amazonians, dear countrymen, despite the hike in targeted summary execution of our innocent people by Paul Biya's killer squads, I still believe we are now at the twilight of our political daybreak, emptying the combined worth and wealth of a lifetime fortune into the country of our collective dream.
A place we can surely come home.
At last, my people, the wind of total liberation is sweeping through Amazonia, our priceless inheritance.
The land of our forebears.
A place we can surely come home.
80 years ago, a vicious dictator declared war on our sovereign nation of Amazonia. It is a war we did not seek nor provoke, but are determined to muster every strength we can harness and continue sending the message to our enemy that we have risen to go no more.
We have paid dues for everything. We pay tax for goods we buy. We pay fuel in our cars. We pay hospital bills and dues for all other sacrifices.
I can give all I have for the one hope that I have.
Because I hate my CID. I'm a proudly Amazonian.
Let's get it straight. The freedom of Amazonia will not depend on the free will of her enemies.
Independence could even days away if we get it right with our CID.
My dear comrades, I am appealing to every Amazonian to register with the CID program.
We have no control over our distorted history. But with our CID, we can set the pace and determine the future of Amazonia.
Yes, the hope for the future is in our hands. As an Amazonian, my identity is conclusive. My right is guaranteed. My vote will always count as I pay my CID.
As an Amazonian, I will shape the future with my CID.
With your CID of just $10 per month, the interim government is contract to fulfill all that you wish to be done.
Let us build a freedom mansion from the little blood, which is our CID living.
There will be food for everyone, hope for every child, justice for every citizen when we pay our CID levy.
Yes, the dream we can realize with my compulsory independence dues, CID. I have the opportunity to give to the next generation a greater nation, better than we inherited.
Yes, CID program is freedom made easy, freedom made cheap, freedom for Amazonia now.
I was calling to find out, I believe it was Detective Purvis that came out and spoke with Candy. I was wondering if you knew...